Final race of the season, race 22. We are in the Netherlands at Zandvoort for the final race. We have got full grid, 18 of our drivers as well as reserves. Jay Bradford for the Renault for Bills, who hasn't been raced the last few weeks, and obviously Argentina's not been with us the last few weeks in the Haas. So Jonesy's there replacing him. Obviously, looking at the standings, it's FIFA Beefy who's got the lead by, which I think is 20 points. So I think he needs P7 tonight.
It's like 3 points.
Yeah, to Argentina, but Argentina isn't racing, so he can't win. So it's about 20 points to Nunda, so Beefy, 7th place, I think would guarantee him the title tonight. We are all ready, so we can all ready up and get going a couple of minutes early. That would be brilliant. What a fantastic season this has been. Jake is in, yeah. Fantastic season this has been, isn't it, the championship. I mean, apart from Monaco, like I said, this league, for the voting, the attendance has been... Well, voting attendance has been the best. Seen some fantastic race. It'd be great to carry that on tonight. Crazy Bill and FaZe Bailey have both got full quali bans, which I have been reminded of by Vintage, who is with us as well in the commentary box. So they will be starting from the back.
Lovely.
We have got ALR Vintage with us in the commentary box. He obviously normally does the commentary now for the championship, but being the last race, you lucky people get to hear my lovely voice again.
Oh, no.
And we've also got Crazy Bill with us driving for Racing Point, as he usually joins Vintage. And then we've got Jay Bradfield, that idiot driving the yellow car today as well.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And he has had a couple of drinks, I'm hearing. He sent me a picture of the bottle of wine. It looks more like blackcurrant to me. If you do hear the odds swear word or two, that'll be from him. Get the stream up then, come on. Oh, is it wet? The pit lane looks damp.
Please.
Oh, don't be saying that.
It looks damp in the pits. Obviously, we're about 40 odd seconds ahead, I think. Oh, you're all fitted on softs though, but I'd get quickly out the tracks. It's looking damp to me in the pit lane.
Oh, go.
Have a quick look into the comments. Well, you have to. Well, I don't know what the weather's like, but you have to tell me. Let's have a look then. Nunda saying for the first time the bot sent out the notification early. I don't know. Yeah, that's because I started a stream before, but it put Premier League on the title. We got Becca in the comments saying Nunda don't bottle it. He probably will, he normally does. Chazza saying, evening guys, I might be in this division next year, so thought I will watch and see what they're like. Chazza, mate, is extremely competitive, but if you are in this division next year, you will love it, mate. The racing's absolutely fantastic. Nunda saying he loves Monaco, he loved him Monaco. He won in Monaco, didn't he? Nunda did. Theo saying, evening everyone, of course Theo's racing out for Romeo. We've got Dylan, who's Idolana, saying best of luck to everyone. He just won our realistic League One end of season finale event, didn't he? So well done to Dylan for that. Matthew Bridge in the comments saying yes, let's go. We've got Nunda saying, what do you mean Vintage has a wonderful voice? Yeah, he's got a lovely Geordie accent, hasn't he? Dylan saying dry qualifying 1 and dry race. And have a good race, guys, saying DT Bevs. DT Bevs, he'll be racing in this league next year. Yeah, it is damp. We can see in the pit lane now as Marv's goes out on the track.
It just says
cloudy. Dry quality in a dry race.
Thank God.
Right, who should we go on board with? The pound sign track, if you twist it on the side, as people say, that's what it looks like. People actually say it looks like other things, but we won't go there. Similar to Japan, the track we just had for League One. I think this track really is quite similar to Japan, even though I do prefer Netherlands by quite a bit. The go-kart track, people like to call it. But yeah, this track is looking a bit damp to me, so I don't think any of these times will be relevant, as I think Evolution's going to be extremely vital. We've got an Alfa Romeo first out. It's going to be...
Oh, I forgot I had a quali ban. Wait a second. I was
Jonesy
about to qualify then.
Crazy Bills. Yeah, what are you doing? FaZe Bailey's out on the track as well.
Whoopsie daisy.
There'll be a race ban. There'll be a race ban if he qualifies. He knows he's
getting my garage before.
Yeah, he's coming to the pits as well. He's coming to the pits as well and sent the pit wall sign flying into the mechanics. FaZe Bailey, there we go. He's retired in the pits. Jonesy's retired as well, as we forgot he did have he had a ban. It wasn't a full quali ban, but he very, very courteously, if that's a word, upgraded his own quali ban as he thought it was too lenient, so that's fair play to him. Crazy Bill is in the pits now, so he's going to retire as well, so we'll only have 2 cars going out in Q1 then. That's Crazy Bill. There we go, he has retired. Yeah, 2 cars.
Oh, I thought you meant going out on track. What's on about?
2 cars, got something silly. We got who we got first to set of that then. It is going to be Theo, I think. Nope, it's going to be his teammate Andy Lou, who is going to be dropping down to League 1, by the way, for next season. He sets the first time as a 110.7, and then got a Renault across the line. That is going to be Ayrton, who does a 110.5. He won in Mexico, didn't he, in that fantastic race. That was nominated for Driver of the Season. Performance of the season, sorry. It's Beefy does a 110.0. We'll be getting to 1.9 soon, I'm pretty sure. Mercedes going to be next. That's DJ Jawley. He goes up to P3 with a 110.6. We got our award ceremony being posted on Sunday alongside the 2021 grids, so that'll be exciting to watch for you. Posted up on YouTube sometime during Sunday.
Bradfield's gone.
And Bradford spun. He's had too much to drink, I think. He's on the side of the track as Theo goes up to P2, Mars P3, and Nunda goes up to P2 with a 110.1. All go here, all the cars going out on track. Maybe they're worried about a sprinkle of rain or so. As the Billy Day goes 10th and the Alpha Fox goes 9th. We'll wait for the rush of the first runs to finish, and we'll go to Vintage, who's going to update us on the standings. We have got Jay Bradford obviously on that lap, which isn't going to be competitive after the spin. Cryptic and Maniac in the pits, Adams on an outlap, Jake's in the pits, McKenty on outlap. It's just Idelano we're waiting on now, who's just crossed the line to start his lap. So we do get a little break in play for a second then, so I can catch my breath and have a bit more on my drink. Oh. Yep. Towards... Yeah, that's fine. Marvsky obviously in 4th is already promoted alongside Beefy and Nunda. They'll be Premier League next year. And I think towards the bottom as well is the Maniac and the Bearded Dave are in trouble tonight, aren't they? As Idelano, sorry to interrupt again, but Idelano's gone up to P1. And then we got who's that? Alpha Tauri. The Maniac on his outlap, I think he's dived out the way and got wing damage from doing it. Idelano, great lap. Carry on, Vintage. Yeah, it looks like FaZe Bailey's going to be down. It looks like it's going to be the Bearded Dave too, and probably the Maniac, I think. But obviously they need all to be in the points today to avoid relegation. Of course, Andy Lou's already agreed to go down.
And me.
Have a look back in the comments then. We got Chazza saying he's a big fan of this track. Hopefully he can show it tomorrow. So Chazza, I think he's confident to get a point or two.
Oh, Adam.
Obviously he was unlucky yesterday as we turn to Adam. Where is Adam? He's P17.
Taking out all the brake markers, and he spun on the curb.
Oh, he has. Oh, he's lost an end plate. He's lucky not to have more damage there. We've got DT Bev saying seeing what the competition's going to be like. Wow, and yeah, of course it's not just these guys. We're going to have I Am Sloth, who's been reserving in other leagues. He's going to be in this league full time next year. We're going to have Rentbo, I think is who is Becca in the comments. She's going to be racing full time as well, and she's also incredibly quick. So there's going to be even more competition on this, so it's going to be very difficult for DT Bevs and all of them, but someone's got to win it. Dylan saying you really want wet race, Cryptic. Oh, I think Adam, did he just get in the way of his teammate? I think Alpha Fox, he's only on an outlap anyway, but Adam's really struggling. He needs to get that car back into the pits then. We've got Kelly saying Jonesy, just a one. That is Jonesy, I think, on that account. That's Jonesy, just a warm-up lap. I deserve the full pan. Yes, I'm a wet driver, saying Cryptic Alibi. Adam was really close to losing a wheel coming to pits there. Is this the last race of the season, saying Beckett? Yes, it is. This is the last for the Championship. Race 22. Last for the Premier League is tomorrow night. And then the season starts again. Full 3 leagues on the, I think it's Friday the 8th of January and then Saturday the 9th. Like we said, the draws for the grids and the awards are announced tomorrow. For the moment, saying new Prem drivers better show their class tonight. So yeah, that's the Marvsky, Beefy and Nunda all going up next year. The nostalgia of seeing Jay Bradfield in the Renault and spinning. Nostalgia. Yeah, we're all used to it now, Cryptic. It's a regular occurrence.
Come on, man.
We can. Where is it? He's in the pits. He's not set a lap. It's not going well, is it? We're going to go on board with Andy Lou, actually, whilst we're talking through the comments. Is Vintage there, Theo? Yes, Vintage is there. You can't hear him. It's because he's not talking at the moment. You might have just heard a yes from him. Nunda had a weak sector 2. Nunda saying he's done the lap without a racing line. And Nunda is P3. It's a good lap without a racing line. I wouldn't be able to do it without a racing line personally. I'd struggle. And Adam saying his setup doesn't feel the same. It's so understeery. Yeah, I'd go for... I use my same setup as I use for Japan on this track. Although this one's probably a bit pacier in Netherlands. All caught up with the comments then. I swear people do this for jokes. Some nights we have not too many comments, and when we do have loads of comments, the night I've had a drink, they try and, you know, ooh, it's like they know they're trying to.
Oh, that was a really good corner.
Put me off, but Andy Lulan on his lap. It's only a slow lap anyway. I think it was just. Well, I thought it was just a preparation lap, but he's coming in the pits anyway. Most drivers are in the pits. Obviously, this is a stage where we're having a break, really, all the drivers until late on in the session when they go for their second runs. Alpha Fox is on the lap in P6. Yeah. Jake the Slayer's on the lap as well. We're going to go on board with that. He's about to come across the line.
Good. Nailed that second and third sector.
It's a 1099. It takes P1, Jake the Slayer, just ahead of Dylan. Fantastic lap there from Jake the Slayer. Puts the Ferrari in P1. Great lap there. We've got Williams up next. That is, I think that's the Alpha Fox. Let's see what he can do. He's coming into the pits. It's not Adam. We then got the Haas, and that is McKenty on an outlap. So yeah, we're going to go aboard the Williams of Adam. Actually, no, the Maniac's on a lap, so we'll follow the Maniac. And Theo's left the session. That is not good then. I'm sure Vintage will be straight on it, getting him a couple more spare invites now. I use a 3-5. Nuna's using 3-5 and win Cryptic Alibis. He's gone for 6-9. I'm not sure if that's a joke or not, but
no,
I wouldn't
that was Nightwing setup actually.
I wouldn't actually. Yeah, I'm not sure. Wing round jigs. It's got a lot of pacey corners, but at the same time, it's got a lot of corners. There's a Maniacs to 112.0, and AlphaTauri have been at the bottom of the Junk Constructors this year, and the Championship hasn't helped them. They've not scored too many points, have they? And it looks like both of them could be getting relegated. Bradfield's on a lap, so you'll probably see a spin in a minute.
Oh, I'll have a look at that. Oh, Maniac's gone into the gravel.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Speaking of the okay, what does it matter with me, man?
We do apologise for the language in advance, but we did say it would happen because he always spins at some point. Such a shame for Bradfield. A delight for us in the commentary box watching.
We need to have a weekend night racing Bradfield best moments.
Yeah, well, we can make a video of all the times he's spun. As we see Adam go up to P15, which I don't think is going to be enough. Well, actually, it might be at the moment if Bradfield can't get a lap set. So yeah, the top 10 are through. I think the top 13 are probably through.
If Bradfield don't get a lap done.
The Beardy Dave, Adam and the Maniac, I think they're the three looking like most likely to go out at the moment. If Bradfield can set a lap, we know he's got good enough pace to challenge towards the top, but it's just, can he get the lap set is the problem. Chaz is saying Bradfield drunk. Yeah, he is, mate.
Yeah.
He's had 2 bottles of blackcurrant.
Yeah. I'm on it.
Oh, Maniac's retired in the pits. He's frustrated, isn't he? He's getting really frustrated. Seeing him do a couple of spins on the outlap and on the in-lap. So he is going to be out then, the Maniac. At the moment, it's Jay Bradfield going out with him. All Jay Bradfield needs is something in the 110s, really. I think he's through too, so I'd recommend Bradfield to get out of there as soon as possible. And just, you know, set a lap. Don't risk invalidating or anything. Put the traction control on full if you have to. You know, you'd be good enough to set a decent enough time. Obviously, cars retiring now in the pits, knowing their safety through. Not sure why the Maniac's done that though. He's obviously not got too much pace around here.
Sure, P5.
Cryptic Alibi saying do a Cummings best moments video. Yeah, that would be full, wouldn't it? What an idiot, man. What an idiot. He got kicked last week after his performance. His little display in League One. Chaz is saying a Bradfield compilation. Yeah, we'll have to get someone to make it. The Russia, the start straight Russia when he was reserved in the Premier League. If you watch the Russia video, that was the funniest moment, I think. He hit the wall and he didn't see it. He just went flying into a bit sticking out the wall.
He's had that many bad moments, everyone forgot when he got a podium in Britain.
Yeah, he came second comfortably in Britain, didn't he? Yeah. All in a moment saying I'll get drunk with a glass of Robinson squash. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That is not good.
Dunder's going all over the place, he's lagging. This could be championship threatening, if that's the word.
Yeah, Nunda's lagged out a couple of times this season. I think he'd be right at the top of the standings if he hadn't.
Oh, and he's had a bit of a
and he's I don't know why he's going out again, to be honest.
Doesn't need to. Save a tyre set at least.
Apparently I Am Sloth and Calco and Folletti, I Am Sloth and Calco and both got invites to the session, but they couldn't join because it's full. I'm not sure what that's about. Has accidentally been sent invites. Bradfield's not drunk. Bradfield's not drunk, it's just how he drives. Yes.
Pressure.
Well, here he is. He is on a lap. We won't watch him then because this is what's at stake at the moment. Getting through to Q2.
He's put the full traction control on, I can hear it.
He's taking it steady, isn't he? Definitely. And he's not talking in the commentary box because he's trying to concentrate. Oh, here he goes then. Let's try not to put him off. Oh. Boo!
You could just clip your wheel on one of them curves, mate.
It's Adam. Adam's just started to lap as well.
Oh!
He could have got invalidated there. He's going to set this lap, surely, though. He is going to get a lap set. It's not going to be super quick at all. There we go. He's safety through. It's all on Adam and the bearded Dave now, I think. It's going to be one of those going out. Adam's obviously on a lap, so we're going to go on board with him. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. He's lucky not to invalidate.
He's pushing really hard. The understeer on that car, you see that?
Yeah, Adam has said in the comments, hasn't he? He's getting a lot of understeer.
Has he not got wing? He looks like he's got wing damage. He might have understeer.
It's that bad, isn't it? Yeah, he must have really pacey setup on.
He tends to do that because he did that in Singapore as well.
Yeah, you can see it, can't he? He's got a pacey setup on, but it is not.
One wings.
His wings must be low. Look at that. He's really struggling with this car. Adam is.
Imagine pole position.
Anyway, I think this is going to be a better lap. Anyway, he crosses the line. It is a 1:11.1. Look at that. It's 0.024 clear of the bearded Dave.
Bearded Dave is on a lap though.
Adam is done. So if the bearded Dave improves even by the slightest bit, he's going to be knocking Adam out then. Let's go on board. We're on board with him. What is his split time through sector 1 going to be? It's looking good. Good sector from the bearded Dave. And he is a 1/10.5 up. So Adam is in trouble then. He's driving really nicely at the moment, the bearded Dave. In the Alpha Tauri, which is Bradfield's favourite car. Takes a wide line but gets a decent exit. onto the DRS zone in Sector 2, and he's 2 tenths up now. So unless he makes a big mistake here, he could have made a mistake there. He's taken it really nicely though. If you clip some of the curves around here, you're gone. He doesn't invalidate, he's onto the straight, and I think Adam's going to be out here then. Beardy Dave, he opens his DRS, he's coming down the straight. Let's see what time he does. He is through, he's 2 tenths up. Adam unfortunately is out of Q1 then, alongside the Maniac who retired in the pits, and then FaZe Bailey, Crazy Bill and Jonesy who had the quali bans. So Adam is out and he'll be disappointed with that, as by 2 tenths in the end. Beardy Dave then scrapes through, and I think we've just seen Theo improve his time. Not sure why he's wasting his tyres. It was the same set of scrub softs anyway. So there we go then, just waiting for a few cars driving about the track. And Cryptic Alibi, he's on another lap, but yeah, he's backed out now anyway, as he's seen the guys behind haven't overtaken him. He's just out for a safety net really. We'll wait for these guys to get back in the pits, and then we'll move on to Q2. Theo saying it's the party free. Not sure what he means by that. Practice time trial just before for 5 minutes, same form in the moments. Only need to out quali 1 person as 3 of quali ban and Maniac retired. Yeah, Cryptic did it. We're on board with him now, but he didn't even need to go out in the end. We've got Rack next saying so close. How do people join this league? He actually put how do P join this league, and then he correct himself. Yeah, send me a message, mate, on PSN. That's my PSN name is Jake Wilson 28, or the WNR channel. You can send a message to them, or comment on the YouTube, your Discord details, or your PSN, and then we can add you and speak to you about getting involved, mate. Obviously, this is the last race of the season, so we don't start again for another few weeks after the race tomorrow. Setup feels nothing like it did in practice earlier. I have so much understeer, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's so easy to see as well, Adam, that you're getting so much understeer. Are you sure you put your setup on? Theo's lagged out again. Theo's lagged out again, so if we can get him, yeah, get him about, yeah, definitely, that's a good idea.
Is the 100% race still happening?
Yeah.
When's that, 2nd and 3rd?
We'll advertise that later. Q2 then.
Nice. Scoffing his face, give him a minute.
Just finished me mouthful of peanuts. What's the gap between Haas and P2? Oh. So Mercedes need a 1-2 without Haas scoring to win it. So Haas have, you know, unless something miraculous happens, Haas have got it really in their bag, haven't they? But that's the thing, we know Mercedes are capable of 1-2, aren't they? The drivers they got. So Haas, they definitely want to be in the points. As we have a look into the comments again, we're saying not to Jay Bradbury's and Alki, Serious Mushroom. Top 5 are separated by 0.26, and it is a quick track, isn't it? So it helps with it being a closer grid. We're going to go on board with the Red Bull first out, which is going to be beefy. Follow in whilst we're talking through the comments. None are saying let's not go too far, not sure about beating. Rack next is supposed his Discord, so we'll make sure we add him at the end of this race. Don't eat, Wilson. Some of us don't have tea till after the race. I'm starving. There you go. Lovely. The part is in the comments as well. The champion of League One is going to be racing here next season. I hope I can beat you all next season. He's saying. Theo wants to join. The part is fantastic, isn't he? Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. He's got the pace too. It's just going to be a lot of competition in this league next year.
Do you reckon Bet365 will put odds?
They should on this league, shouldn't they? Yeah, definitely. It shouldn't. Let's see what Beefy can do anyway. He's going to cross the line. He's gone on the soft tyres. Has everyone gone on the soft tyres, have they? Well,
yeah,
no, they haven't. There we go. I'm on the fitted now.
Two-stop, a soft, medium.
Ayrton's gone even faster. Beefy always does this. He sets a slow lap on the softs, then change to the mediums. Shadders and Bradfield on the mediums. Ayrton's committed to starting on the softs. Of course, if you're new to us, the tyres you go through to Q3 on from Q2, if you get through, you'll be starting on the exact set at the beginning of the race. And Nunda's set a fantastic lap on the mediums there. 2 thousandths quicker than Ayrton. So if he gets through starting mediums, if Ayrton gets through starting softs, as Marty goes P3, he normally commits to starting the mediums. But I've got to say, from my races here, that the softs can do a ridiculous amount of laps here. So a soft medium's definitely possible here.
I don't know what to go for from the back.
From the back, I'd start on the mediums. But for missing drivers, go Delano goes up to 4th. Well, then got, where's McKenty? I can't see him. There he is. Oh, he must have been validated. Or was that just an out lap? We're about to see the other Mercedes. That's Julie. He set a slow lap. We've then got, I think that's Beefy coming back into the pits after that soft run. Bradfield's going to be following him to the pits, I think, as well. The other Renault there and there too. McKenty's on a lap. The bearded Dave's on a lap on the mediums as well. Theo, we're not going to put you in the party, mate, just because you keep lagging out, and it might affect the stream, because sometimes it does that. It goes all crackly.
Nice little drift there by George.
Oh, bearded Dave's going a bit wide into that corner. They don't want to be clipping that curb. We've got Williams in front. I'm not sure who that is. That's the Alpha Fox. He's already set his lap, 1:11.6. So yeah, Beefy normally does this. There we go. He's flicked to the mediums now, and he'll be coming in. Let's see what the Bearded Dave can do anyway. Bearded Dave is up to P7. Wow, it's a decent lap. He's quicker than Shadows. He's right in the mix there with Delano, Alpha Fox and Bradfield. Alpha Fox, I think, improved on his second run. Went up to P5. Decent lap there from him. We see the Haas and McKenty go up to P4 on the mediums. Second highest of the medium runners. Look how close. Less than a tenth separates the top 4. Make that top 5 because Geordie's gone up to P5 on the mediums. Just a bit more than a tenth. Both the Alfa Romeos are following each other out, aren't they? Theo hoping to get a slipstream from his teammate. Andy Liu in front.
2000th was splitting under.
It is close, isn't it? So both Andy Liu and Theo, the only 2 on laps at the moment, I think. We'll go on board with Andy Liu. As we're going board with Theo, here we go. We're going board with Theo. But we'll be able to see Andy Liu in front then as well. Oh, Andy Liu is... Oh! He's got wing damage. He completely lost it there. It was a pressure of us saying we're going on board with him, I think. But Theo on board with him now. Hopefully he doesn't crash as well. Alfa Romeo got superb quali pace, haven't they? It's a pity they've not got so much points this season in the races. But Theo has picked up lately. And Andy Liu, I think he got P5 last week, and then Theo P6 or something like that. It was brilliant points. Well, 6th and 7th for Alfa Romeo in Australia, best points haul of the season. It's just a little bit too late to help them in the constructors. So what's it looking like at the bottom of the constructors? Here goes Theo, by the way. 10th, 9th. 9th for Theo. Oh. Jake Desai is invalidated, by the way, on the mediums. I think he might be going again. Actually, he's using his ERS up, so I think he might be coming in the pits. He's going again. He's used his ERS up though, so Not sure if he's done that by mistake or what. Let's quickly invite him. You take over me for a minute, Vintage, and I'm just going to quickly get this rack next into the server before I forget. I can't hear you on the stream, Vintage. No.
Check if your voice is allowed in the party settings.
I'm just listening to the stream and I'm just thinking, why is it all silent? I can't hear. Yeah, we can hear Crazy Bill, we can hear Bradfield, I'm not sure.
It did this to Bradfield in
You can't hear me, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you,
yeah,
unfortunately.
But it did it to Bradfield in Vietnam.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on then. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's strange. It was taking you through Jacob Slayer's lap there anyway, just whilst I was adding rack next to my friends list. Not missed too much anyway. Jacob Slayer just went up to P9, as you can see, just behind Bradfield. I think you might need to improve though, Jacob Slayer, to get through, because there's borderline going out there. Andy Lou and Cryptic Alibi yet to set laps. On board with Cryptic Alibi now. About to start his lap. FIFA Beefy, there we go, by the way, went to P1 on the mediums. Great lap there, we missed that. Igelano's in P4. And there we go. Vintage has joined the party again. Speak, Vintage. And then we'll... Was he heard on the stream? Let's listen. Nope. Can't hear you. You're not on it. Yeah, you have to check. Go through your party settings. Have a look into the comments. And Liam Seaman saying, how many people use the racing line? Everyone apart from me, saying Linda. I use corners only, but I don't have to, saying Serious Mushroom. He's never used it, saying Liam. Wow, I couldn't live without it. I mean, I could, if I had the time to practice, then I would. Go aboard with Cryptic, by the way, as he's on a lap. Yeah, it's just having the time to practice it, because the braking zone's obviously quite hard. I think a lot of people would struggle with that. But yeah, fair play if you do lose it. It's just that you obviously don't gain anything from not using it.
It's just there as like a safety measure if you do think, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
okay,
always have used it.
Can you hear us now?
We'll see. Obviously the stream's about 10 seconds behind.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, good stuff. Hello, everybody.
He's been talking for about half an hour now, but you can finally hear him.
Chatting away. Well, I haven't really been chatting away, as Jake said. I have been. So I've went through all the driver standings, all the constructors, and no one heard anything.
Yeah.
Alpha Fox,
yeah.
Puts a purple
on
lap
the softs,
in, yeah.
That's a great lap, yeah. Right. Once Q2 finishes, Vintage will go through all the stands again. There we go. It's just getting to the business end of the session as well. So,
it is.
Who's on a lap? Then we've got Shadows on a lap. We've got Cryptic on the lap. He is. We've also got Julie on the lap in Sector 2. He's at the front, so we're going to go on board with him. We've got Rack next. He's just messaged me. This is on PlayStation, mate.
No.
Julie then, let's see what he can do. And then we'll pass it on to Vintage again to take you through another lap. DJ Julie on the soft, goes P1 for 1097. Fantastic lap, he'll be safety through. Beefy retired in the pits thinking he's safe. He's done it before in Singapore and then nearly had to pay for it. He only came P10 then. We've got Ferrari next, just on an out lap, I think that is. Who is that? That is Jake the Slayer. Yeah, take us through Jake the Slayer's lap again at the second try.
The second try then, yeah, so he takes it, it's turn 1, getting it nice and tight in if we give him a good exit. Turns 2 and 3, dropping his pace into this turn 4 left-hander, up the hill, doesn't lose any traction, looks like he makes it nice and smooth, fast left, then it's 4 right-handers, slowing it down for this big long right-hander. Start sector 2, ooh,
Maybe went there.
Nearly did, yeah. It doesn't take as a lot of curb as last time. This corner now, does he get it down slow enough? Make it, he certainly does. A little bit of rumble strip. He can go a lot wider. The ARS open. He's got a lot more ARS this time as he puts a purple sector 2 in. This is the other tricky left-hander. You lose your traction. Into the penultimate corner. It doesn't take too much curb. A little bit on the left. His foot to the floor. His ARS is open. Looking at a much better time. The 1.9. First driver to go into the 1.9s. There we
Second.
Did it first.
Jory's up there.
Sorry, I do apologise, yeah.
We got Alpha Molan.
Jolie must have just put, he did. He must have just put that lap in.
Theo.
He's going in the pits, so I think.
Theo's on a lap. He's going to come through
Before.
to cross the line next. He's a good few temps up Theo, and he needs to be as well. Look at the amount of drivers in the 110.4s. Unbelievable how close they all are. Between Nunda and McKenty in 5th and 9th, and Theo, what can he do then?
Taking the shortest lines.
P4 for Theo.
So I'll start.
Beefy could be in trouble here. So many gone the softs. It wouldn't surprise me if Beefy's going to go out with. Ayrton's in huge trouble. Ayrton is in huge trouble. Who's actually on a lap then? I think we've got Shadows. Shadows isn't on a lap. I think.
Right down.
Shadows.
Don't have time, mate.
Shadows could be in
I'm
trouble.
gonna stay on.
Bradfield is out. Yeah, he's going to stay on the medium zone. Shadows, I think, could be in. Yeah, Shadows is going to be out as well, I think. The Bearded Dave. I'll turn my volume down because it's echoing. Bearded Dave's on a lap. Andy Lou's now on the lap, and he's lost it the same place again, and he's going to be out. Andy Lou is out then. Shadows is out. Cryptic has just started a lap, so keep an eye on Cryptic. As we know, Bradfield's out. So, yeah, anyone, or Marvsey could be in trouble. Ayrton, I think, is going to be safe then, and above from Ayrton. Delano's going to be safe as well, by the looks of it. So we want to keep our eyes on. I think it's going to be the Bearded Dave next, isn't it? He's 3 temps up, so yes, this is going to be good at the moment. If he can find another, if he can maintain that gap, he's going to be safety through, isn't he? He could go up as far as P5 here. What can the Bearded Dave do? He is, oh, he's only P11. 4 temps up.
That's good though. That's good.
It's good for the Bearded Dave. I think I thought it was going to be better than that though, towards the end. But he's ahead of Bradfield. It's a good achievement there. Just Cryptic Alibi now. Lenz and Marvsky. Well, he's still at risk as we see Delano go up to P1. McKenty and Cryptic are on the laps now. As we just seen McKenty go up to P2. So Cryptic Alibi, can he knock Marvsky out then? He's coming into the pits. Cryptic Alibi is out. Marvsky gets through by the skin of his teeth, and only FIFA Beefy in the top 10 will be starting on the medium tyres. Everyone else through is going to be starting the race on softs. Good achievements there for those guys. Great lap sort of top. Extremely close as well between the top 3, and then the rest of the guys between 10th and at 5th as well. Really, really close. We got to catch up with the comments because they're coming in really quickly. We got Becca Jones saying, oh bloody heck, if I didn't use the line I'd be in the wall after every corner. Yeah, I think I would struggle. I'll put it on if Bradfield's in my lobby just to be safe. Saying Serious Mushroom, absolutely. You've got to take precaution that Bradfield's around. Is Bradfield, what did I just see? Is Bradfield that dodgy here that he's dodgy everywhere, Becca? I know he's can't race, especially when he's had a drink. Fully dry in Netherlands is really a boring league.
Oh,
yeah.
Nunda's on the mediums as well.
Oh, Nunda did get through on mediums too. Yeah, we didn't see that. Yeah, no wet weather here at all. Mind you, I did a wet race last week or this week, and it was wet in Abu Dhabi the whole race. That was a bit of a shocker. I just noticed whenever I see footage, I always see it. I use cockpit cams, and maybe I should use it for corners. Yeah, well, I definitely use the racing light at least for the corners. Got huge Hugh Janis saying hi guys, hi to Hugh. He raced in the League One event in the last race. I'm not going to say his name.
I said his name like 15 times in the last race.
It can't be his name.
Diet.
What's strat here? And are you joining here, Becca? Yeah, Becca has joined the league. She's going to be full-time driver in the championship next season. She was on standby for tonight, but we had everyone turn up. Cryptic should have finished the lap. I'm not sure why he aborted it. I'm not sure if he knew it was going to be too surf. He was down or what. Serious Mushroom saying he's 5th, mate, you're 4th. Serious Mushroom, I think, is 4th in the standings. I think he's all but secured that place. Cryptic Alibi is 2 temps down. There we go. That's why he aborted the lap. Made a mess of that. Turned down my fuel to save on outlap and never turned it back up to max. Oh dear. I can't say I've not done that before. Don't like this track, saying Falling Roads as well. Anyway, here we go then. Let's get on my spectator menu set up. This is my favourite part of a race weekend. Q3. The Premier League obviously has the quicker times, but the Championship as well is absolutely incredible, isn't it? We're going to see a real battle here, especially being the time so close over the last couple of sessions. Whilst all on outlaps, I'll quickly pour a drink.
I'll quickly run through your standings then, as everyone did in the hours before.
Go for it.
So, like I said, we've got Beefy, who's in 1st position. He needs at least a 7th place finish, regardless of what Nunda does, to win the title. But he is 21 points, I believe, ahead of him. Yep, it's 21 points ahead of Nunda. So Nunda has to win, and Beefy has to finish. No. If Nunda wins, Beefy only needs
7th.
7th, yeah. Sorry, I just know when you second guess yourself in your head. And so that's them two battling it out for them. Marvski, as we said before, is already promoted to the Premier League, but he's looking to score massive points for his constructor, as is Jake the Slayer and his Ferrari. Mercedes, if Mercedes score big, as we know both the drivers can, because they're both...
They need a 1-2, don't they? They need a 1-2, and without Haas scoring, really.
Without Haas scoring, that'll give...
That's impossible.
Yeah. With McKenty, yeah. He definitely needs to finish the race.
Anyway, McKenty's now coming onto the straight to set his lap. It's looking pretty tight to me. Although he's not got purple, I think FIFA Beefy behind him stole that off him. McKenty's going to go up to P1. What time's going to be? It's a 109.6, a really quick time. FIFA Beefy's going to be next. It's a 109.8 for FIFA Beefy, so he slowed down. Ayrton's next across the line. He does it's a 110.0, sorry. Alpha Fox is next across the line. What can he do? It's a 110.0 as well. He's just crept ahead of Ayrton though. Delano's had some fantastic quality pace, hasn't he, lately? What can he do? It's a 199, puts him up to P3. Alfa Romeo, Theo's next. See what he can do. It's a 110.3. He'll be disappointed with that, but it's still a good time nonetheless. Marvsky's going to be next, and the man's going to be racing in the Premier League next year alongside Nunda and Beefy. Does a 110.4. He's slower than Theo, so Marvsky not as quick as I thought he's going to be. Jack the Slays on an outlap. It's going to be Nunda who crosses the line next. It's second. Oh, he's at the exact same time as McKenty.
Oh my days.
Wow. The exact same time. But McKenty set the lap first, so he takes provisional pole position. What are the chances of that? DJ Jolly's about to cross the line, and we'll keep our eyes on him. He does a 198 as a good lap. He's crept ahead of FIFA Beefy to take P3. Jake the Slayer's crossing the line for his outlap blend. No one's invalidated yet, so after the first run for most of them, McKenty, by nothing, is on provisional pole. Jake the Slayer, we're just going to follow on board with his lap blend. I think he just wants a TV time, that's why he's always going out at different times in the session. Wow, so close for P1. Shadows, it's not even close, is it? It's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, he's backed out a bit there, Jake the Slayer. That would have cost him. He's taken a wide line. Well, he's coming up purple through sector 1. We know that's always glitching. Sometimes it pops up purple randomly. I hate this left hand. Always clip that curb and go spinning like an idiot in the wall. DRS open. Jawley moving out of the way for him. Let's see what Jake Lesley can do. Again, this one as well. You clip that left hand curb a bit too much and you go flying. Jake Lesley has avoided it well after hitting it originally. You need a good exit here, and he's really pushed it. Well done, Jake Lesley. That you need to push it in that last one. It's a long straight, and you lose a lot of pace if you don't. Let's see what Jake can do. He crosses the line, and it is 109.7. He's a 10th off his teammate. It's P3 for Jake Lesley. So after a complete first run, everyone else is in the pits. We just wait for Jake Lesley to go back to the pits. It is McKenty in P1. Oh, car's going out again already. Who's going out? We got the Williams and the Renault. I think that's Alpha Fox and Ayrton going out. And they might be going for 3 runs, and they might have enough soft tyres. So McKenty, Nunda, Jake the Slayer, Jawley, Beefy, Delano, Alpha Fox, Ayrton, Theo and Marsky down in P10 then. And yeah, Theo and Marsky, I think they've definitely got more time in the bag. Apart from them two, it's less than 4 tenths that separates the top 8. I think that's 0.399. Let's have a look. There we go, and it is 0. God, I'm good at maths.
Yeah.
Well, spot on there, and I getting a B in maths. That's what you get. That's about it though. Theo's coming back out of the pits. They're going out quite early. I'm not sure if they're going to have enough time to do one run now and then come back for another run. But we'll see. There's a reason I commentate and don't race. Mind you, I'll be racing on a Friday night in this league next year. And in the commentary reins over to Vintage full time. Might join him in the commentary. But yeah, I'm looking forward to racing this league. Alpha Fox is on a lap then, he's just started. We'll keep our eyes on him. Yeah, Ayrton's on old softs, so I'm not sure if he's already used all his softs, or if he is just going for this lap and then saving his last set of fresh softs for a potential 3rd run if he's going to have enough time. Oh, McKenty and Nunda are not social distancing to serious mushroom, not at all, are they? Not even 2 tenths. I was about to ask who Dylan was, but I just figured out. Yeah, Dylan. Oh. We always call him different things. Always hit the curve a bit there, the Alpha Fox. What do you prefer? Is it Dylan or is it Delano? I don't know what to call him. If he's in the comments, let us know. I have to win for the title, saying that. Yeah, he does. And obviously that's with Beefy finishing below 7th. Oh, we have a Fox hit into the wall there, isn't he? He's going to be coming into the pits, I'm sure, to quickly refuel and possibly change tyres to go again. He's not going to be improving here after hitting the wall. No, he's staying out. He's staying out. He's not going to improve. He's 4 tenths down. Maybe he's going for back-to-back laps then. Theo then is on a lap. Ayrton's coming back in the pits as well. So Theo's 3 tenths up. He's obviously on that. Mind you, he's 3 tenths off 8th. So he needs at least 3 tenths to get anywhere. Theo's worked incredibly hard for us this year, racing as well as sorting out highlight videos, which I know a lot of people have enjoyed them. He's also doing our award videos, which will be posted on Sunday. And then I've made the 2021 grids as well. I will be anyway, and they'll be posted Sunday too, as we said earlier. Theo crosses the line. It is still P9 for Theo. He has gained just under 3 tenths, and he's closed the gap. So he is within 4 tenths of P1 now as well. Will he have time to get back in the pits and come straight back out? I'm not sure he will, you know. It's really going to be tight, although it is a short lap, so it really will be tight. DJ Jawley then. He's not in 45-second lap. It can't be that long, surely. No, unless he's just on an extra out lap, isn't he? He might have made a mistake turn 1 and aborted it to get out of the way or something. But he's going to be saving up the go again, I think. I wouldn't come out the pits personally until it's on about 1 minute 50 around here. That's the time I'd be coming out the pits.
Marvsky's just made his way out now.
Oh, DJ Crash saying Cryptic Alibi. Has he got wing damage? Yeah, he has. He's got huge wing damage. I think he might just about have time to come in the pits though, because, mind you, Theo's right behind him. Oh, Yeah, he should have enough time. He'll have over a minute. Those mechanics take ages to wheel you in and wheel you back out. I wish they could just do like a pit stop.
They just don't do a normal pit stop, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. They could just do a normal pit stop, you know. Be easier, as long as you've got enough fuel on board, which Julie clearly has. I'm getting a trophy for hitting you. Feels good, saying Serious Mushroom. Call me Dylan, mate. There we go. Call him Dylan, not Idilano, like you call him. He wants to be called Dylan.
Oh my bad! I've been doing it for a whole season.
I know you have. I've kept calling him Dylan. You made me change it. Anyway, talking of him, Dylan's on a lap. He's slightly down as he comes through Sector 2, DRS open. We've got Jake the Slay on a lap as well. He's just started one. Well, now he's a 10.5 up.
See, it's gone purple on my screen.
Yeah. It's not purple though. It's a glitch. It always does it.
Yeah.
We have also started a pro club today as well. I think people have put thumbs up an announcement. Got invites for it. Idilano goes up. Idilano, there we go. I'm calling him that now. Dylan goes up to P4 of a 109.7. He's only 4 thousandths off Jake the Slayer. Jake the Slayer's going to be next to do his lap. Marvsky's behind him as well in Sector 1. I think these are scrub tyres for Jake the Slayer as well. It says he's done a lap on them already. Let's see what his time's going to be as he comes out of Sector 2. It's a short Sector 2. Well, he's 3.5 tenths down. But yeah, he's hit the gravel there as well. I don't think Jake the Slayer's he's out of fuel as well. Jake the Slayer's done, I think. I think Dylan's done as well, so that's going to stay, I think, that gap of 4 thousandths. So Dylan will be annoyed that he's not ahead of Jake. Yeah, Jake comes in the pits, ends the heat, it's all done. We've got Beefy just starting his lap.
Half a second up.
Ayrton ahead. Marvsky half a second up. Yeah, he is. Mind you, he is 3 tenths off 9th low at least, so he needs at least half a second. At the moment, half a second's only going to put him 7th. He'd want more than that. He's promoted anyway, so there's no pressure on him today. Opens the DRS, nice exit onto the final straight. He crosses the line and it is P7. There we go. Again, calculated to perfection. Alpha Fox and Ayrton. They're both up, mind you. Ayrton's a 10.5 up, just coming out of Sector 1, so he's got plenty more pace in the bag. V for Beefy, where is he? He is coming through Sector 2. Dylan has retired in the pits. We've got Ferrari crossing the line. It's going to be Nunda. He's not made it. Nunda's not made it for a second run.
What can McKenty do?
McKenty's just made it. And I don't think McKenty's taken a funny line through turn 2 as well, so who's put a purple sector in, sorry?
Ayrton. He's next across the line.
Ayrton, let's see what he can do across the line. It's pole!
Pole position!
Ayrton takes provisional pole. Beefy's in the pit. The Alpha Fox. It's P8 for him. We've got Julie a 10.5 up. Who expected that from Ayrton? Certainly not me. He won the race in Mexico, but he got P14 to P1. That's been nominated for Performance of the Season. But what a lap from Ayrton. I wonder if he's got his brother in the room to do it for him.
Yeah, and is your brother racing for you, mate?
No, take nothing away from Ayrton. What an incredible lap that is.
That was the same weekend Emerson won the Premier League.
It was, yeah. It's not all done yet, though. It's not all done yet, though. DJ Jawley. What can Jawley do? It's really good. It's looking good for Jawley. It's P2 for Jawley. He sneaks ahead of McKenty. And McKenty goes pole position. There we go, then. So that time, that similar time for Nunda and McKenty. Didn't matter in the end because McKenty improved. He left it to last. McKenty takes pole position. Phenomenal lap. Track evolution was obviously key here in the end, so it was looking damp towards the beginning of the session. Sun's out as it ends. Ayrton with a phenomenal P2. Jawley P3. Ferrari's in 4th and 5th. Dylan 6th. Beefy down in 7th. Alpha Fox in 8th. Marvsky 9th.
7th to win.
Theo in 10th. Yeah, Beefy only needs 7th. Of course, Nunda and Beefy, the two who are fighting for the title, are both starting on the medium tyres as well. So that could throw the cats amongst the pigeons, as they like to say. Argentina is in the comments. It's good to see him. McKenty just got the bread and the village will now be fed. Well done, my guys. Of course, Argentina's happy with his teammate. And they'll both be staying in the championship next year as well, so I'm looking forward to that. Jake, I stole your setup and gained 7 temps. Cryptic, I dislike this track. I see it as a W. Well, I see it as a dub, so yeah. I'd take P5 for a track I didn't like, especially in a competitive league like this. Serious Mushroom, emo, hand back the controls. Obviously talking about Emerson, isn't he? Let's go and saying Becker's at and that was a fantastic lap. I know he would have wanted the pole, but you know, P2, I don't think any of us would have expected that.
No. I only mentioned it the other week after his Mexico win. His form dipped a bit.
Yeah, it did, doesn't it? Nunda missed the line by a second, he's saying, so didn't time it to perfection like Lewis Hamilton did in Russia. I think it was a good.
He didn't time it. It was quite lucky.
Yeah, it was lucky, wasn't it? It was very lucky. Right, we're just waiting for these guys to set. Yeah, you're racing, mate. Don't forget that. Justin's probably asleep because he's, you know, had too much to drink. Too many black colours.
Good. Oh, ready.
It looks like mediums to hards.
As Ayrton's confirming, it was not Emerson. Good luck,
like
all. Have a good one or brief one. Saying Serious Mushroom. I've got Jacob in the comments. So sad. I've got a penalty from tomorrow. I love this track. I've spent way too much time in trial around here. There we go. As we start the formation lap, get our telemetries and all sorts set up. We've got Shadows starting on the hard, standing 14th. It's a real mix. Oh, Marvsky's left a session. No, don't start doing this to him again. He did it for 3 weeks on the trot, didn't it? Back earlier in the season, where it just. Well, Jonesy's been disqualified, and so has FaZe Bailey on the session. Marvsky, obviously, Vintage are going to be getting him an invite back in straight away. Absolutely. He knows the drill by now. Marvsky, if it puts him P1 at the beginning, he's just going to have to return to P9 at the earliest opportunity. But it is a shame. At least he is promoted, so it's not going to count for anything now. It was really frustrating for him when the pressure was on. When it started to happen, well, it must be a couple of months ago now. But out of the top 10, it is just Nunda and Beefy on the mediums, the rest are on the softs. Out of the bottom 10, it's FaZe Bailey and Andy Liu on softs, Shadows on the hards, and the rest are on the mediums. So Shadows, I think, committing to a hard soft there.
Marvsky's straight back in.
Marvsky's back in, hopefully he can take control of that car when it gets to the line.
Let's see if I can stay out of trouble this week.
Yeah, it's a tough track, isn't it? I think we definitely will see, you know, contacts at various places, just because it is such a tight track, isn't it? Small track in terms of the length of it, the width of it as well. If Bradfield doesn't crash, I'll never tease him again, saying Serious Mushroom. Well, that does put the pressure on him. But come on, Bradfield not crashing on a Friday night. Not happening, is it?
Gotta be joking.
Serious Mushroom busy with a few things the last while, so I had to stop the racing for a while, but looking forward to getting back, and we're looking forward to seeing Argentina back next season then. And here we go. Our cars are lining up on the grid. We've got no idiot hanging about a mile back like we saw last week. And we're just waiting for the guys at the back. And we are going to have lights in a second then. These lights are all over the place. What's going on? We're waiting for him to rev up then.
Marvsky's back in control of his car. Good to see that.
Here we go then. We've got lights. We can't see it because it's glitching, but we see him revving up. And lights out, and away we go then. And who's got a good start? I think Ayrton's got a brilliant start against McKenny. They're side by side already going into turn one, and McKenny swoops on the outside. Ayrton, there's contact, they're side by side. Who's going to take the lead here? And it's McKenny who stays in front. Crazy Bill's left the session. He's disconnected from the party as well. Ayrton P2. And P3, Jake Lasay's fighting Geordie. We've seen the bearded Dave and Andy Liu. There's been contact there. They've dropped down to the back. DJ Geordie's in P3, then he's fighting up the inside of it, and he takes the move. What a fantastic move there by Geordie. And Jake Slayer's lost a couple of places. Jake Slayer's fallen down. I think he's got wing damage too. Not sure what's happened there, but I think it might have been contact with Dylan, and he's falling back. Jake Slayer, that is such a shame to see. He's just got a mind out of the way now. What a move by Geordie on air, and that was. So McKenny's in the lead. Geordie is catching up to him. Ayrton staying on the back. Nunda's over a second back already on the mediums. He's struggling. Crazy Bill's disconnected from the session, and he's left the party too. That's a notification at the top left of the screen. Not sure what's happened to him there. His internet has been playing up a bit lately. He's down in 18th. His Ghost Dylan's in 5th, Beefy's in 6th, Alpha Fox 7th, Theo 8th, Cryptic 9th, Bradfield's up to 10th. He's going to be under big pressure from FaZe Bailey. FaZe Bailey has gained how many positions? He's gained 7 positions. Jonesy's gained 5. Marvsky's dropped positions as well. And Marvsky, I think he's had an instant. He's had a huge smack. Marvsky's had a huge smack. He is obviously back in control of his car. He's down into P20. I'm not sure what's happened there. We've got Jake the Slayer's in the pits. Maniac's in 18th. He's overtaking the Ghost. And he's got Andy Lewis. He's racing with him now, isn't he? Andy Lewis really, really struggling. He's had another crash, I think, because he's lost a lot of a wing. I don't know why he didn't pit. Jones is up to P15. He's in a bit of space as well. We're going to follow this battle out in front. We've got DJ Jawley still. How's the start for you, Justin?
It wasn't too bad, to be honest with you.
Sure. Doesn't give much away, does he? Jawley's in 2nd then. Ayrton 3rd still. Crazy Bill's been overtaken by the Maniac. I'm sure Vintage will be on, get him another invite straight away. As we see Bradfield getting closer, Cryptic Alibi, and he goes down the inside, and he's got the move done just before FaZe Bailey was about to overtake him. FaZe Bailey's on the outside of Cryptic Alibi now as well. He goes around the outside. There's not really a place to go side by side, but Cryptic Alibi is really respectful there. Gives him plenty of space, and FaZe Bailey gets the position. Although Cryptic's going to fight it back. He's got... Oh, he's going to let him have it, isn't he? They're on different strategies. Good place for Cryptic to be, really, as Adam gets past the Beardy Day for P13. That's a good move down there. Beardy Day's going to go for the switcheroo, and they leave fantastic amount of room there. We've seen some quality racing so far, haven't we? Although Jake the Slayer and Marvsky are a long way back. So's Andy Blue, because he's in the pits. Crazy Bill's not back in the session. We see Dylan getting past Nunda. No, Nunda's lost it. Nunda's lost it. I think someone hit him as well. Both Ferraris. Oh, Beefy had a collision with Nunda. Both Ferraris. What a dreadful, dreadful race it's been for Ferrari. There's no wing damage for Nunda. That's the least we can say for him. But he had a collision with FIFA Beefy there, and he's been given a 5-second penalty for it. I'm sure he'll be asking for that to be moved. And Nunda's spinning again. He needs to cool those tyres down. Dreadful race so far for Ferrari then. Both falling down the order. Still got 20 cars running those, and Maniac's getting past Alpha Fox, and it's because the Alpha Fox has spun. So the Maniac's up to P14, Jones is 13th. FaZe Bailey, he started on the soft to go attacking at the start. He's up to P8, he's gained, what was it, 10 positions. Fantastic there from FaZe Bailey. Really good effort as Bradfield's in 7th, Theo's up to P6. Catching up to Beefy. Beefy's right on the back of Dylan as well. And we've got a yellow flag. Not sure what that's for. We've got a... Oh, it's the Maniac. What's happened to that? He's spinning about on the main straight. What's happening there? I'm not sure if he tried to come in the pits and missed. He's got no wing damage. I'm not sure what happened there. He's just spinning on the straight, and he needs to cool those tyres down as well. Yeah, it's less than a second separates the top 3. Really, really close there. I would say Dylan's about 2 seconds back. He's caused a bit of a train behind him as well of Beefy, Theo and Bradfield. Beefy and Bradfield will be happy about this because they're on the mediums, whereas Theo will be looking to get past quickly. He needs to make those softs work earlier on the race. Serious moments. Formula Moments saying no, had a pause in the game, climbing corner and spun. So Formula Moments spun by himself then. Jake the Slayer. Where's my gaps? For goodness sake, why does this game always do it? It always takes away my gaps to the leader. We'll see him as they come across the lines. Ayrton's fallen back a little bit then. But DJ Jawley is still within 4 tenths of McKenna. It's FaZe Bailey set the fastest lap of the race, and he's flying along, isn't he? Bradfield needs to watch out. Obviously those soft tyres will start to go off soon, won't they? But Adam's getting passed by the Bearded Dave. They're having a bit of a battle going into turn 1. That's a fantastic battle. They're leaving space, and they hit, and that's going to end in... Oh my goodness, they've hit each other twice, and that was never going to go well, wasn't it? Adam and the Bearded Dave. The Bearded Dave only needs lots of points today as well. Not looking good for him. They were going side by side, but they just kept hitting each other, kept making contact, and it always looked like it's going to end in disaster. We have had a few incidents. None have been terminal here though so far. And a lot of the racing towards the front has been quality. Bradfield's really catching on to the back of Theo though. Maybe those soft tyres have started to lose their life for Theo already. But FaZe Bailey behind Bradfield's really looking to get past, isn't he? He needs to make those softs work. Nunda's up to P15. Crazy Bill's back in the session. He's in 14. He's still on for some decent points here. But FaZe Bailey and Jonesy after their quali bans and make good starts, and Bradfield, he nearly lost it there. He went 4 wheels off the curb, and he's going to be under huge pressure here from FaZe Bailey, and he's got enough pace on FaZe Bailey. He's got no ERS. That's going to help him as Beefy's going down the inside of Dylan, down into turn 1. Dylan gets a little bit of wheel spin, and Beefy takes a position. And for P4 on the mediums, they're already overtaken the soft tyres. I think these mediums, so the softs maybe not doing as much as people thought they would. They can definitely go a long way here.
Top 3 all on soft tyres at this moment.
They are, aren't they?
Beefy's
They're looking really good. If Beefy can close up to him now, he'll be laughing. Beefy's in a really, really good place. It looks like he's going to be confirmed as a champion, especially with Nunda falling down to the back of the grid. Some brave moves.
Shit.
Oh, Bradfield. Oh, what's happened there? Has he got wing damage? He hasn't, although he's making contact with FaZe Bailey, and FaZe Bailey's got the moved on. What happened there, Bradfield?
I don't know what happened.
He doesn't know. Well, you're driving the car, you're meant to tell us.
Look
at this.
Bad things happen when you drive with your eyes closed.
Steve for Beefy is a second and a half behind Ayrton already, and he's closing the gap. Ayrton's falling back from the top 2, and look at Julie, he's right behind McKenty as Beefy set fastest up on those medium tyres. Beefy's looking really, really strong here. Ayrton's fallen back from the top 2 because Julie's really closing up to McKenty. Julie has been in top form lately, hasn't he? He won a race, didn't he? Can't remember when it was. When did Beefy win the race? Was it last week? It was 2 weeks ago. He won the Canadian Grand Prix, yeah. By 17 seconds, he clearly won the Canadian Grand Prix. He's found a lot of pace lately. He's one to watch out for next season. Him and McKenty were close to getting the Marvsky's promotion spot, as well as Jake the Slayer. They were the next 3. As the Bearded Dave comes into the pits for new mediums then. Marvsky's right at the back, then he's going to overtake him. The Bearded Dave's going to fall to the back. As Bradfield being passed by FaZe Bailey. I think it's FaZe Bailey's tyres are starting to go because Theo's started to pull away, isn't he? And Theo's got a bit of space now. Ayrton's gained back to the top 2. Ayrton's had a really good lap. He's pulled away from Beefy, back into within DRS range of the top 2. Bradfield grabbing a swig mid-corner. So risky. Bradfield, and he's in P8 on the medium. He's looking good at the moment. He needs to stop spinning, really. Beefy's 2.2 seconds back now. 2.1, so he's not closing up as quick as we thought he would. Here we go, and Ayrton is going to be following again from McKenty and Jake the Slayer. It's McKenty and DJ Jawley. It might be all down to strategy between the top 3 of them. It's difficult to overtake here apart from the straight. And Jawley, I think he touched a bit of the grass there as well. He's really on the aggressive. Beefy's still not gaining time. He's under pressure from Dylan too. Dylan will want to get past Beefy so we can go and attack the top 3, I'm sure. Theo's a bit too far back. Bailey's a bit far back as well. But Bradfield on his mediums, he's taking a bit too much of the curb there. He's a bit wide. We're on board with Bradfield, and he's going to try and get past FaZe Bailey, I'm sure. He wants to get that move done quickly, and Bailey's on the soft tyres, and no, Theo's left a session. He's going to get an invite straight back in as we have Vintage with us. But he's going to get passed by FaZe Bailey and Jay Bradfield at least, I'm sure. There we go, and we see Theo in front. It's such a shame for Theo that his internet's been playing up, as well as Crazy Bill too. He's obviously been caught out by that. He's down in P14.
I started in P18, so I'm happy with that. P19.
Yeah, he's gained places at least. Geordie's still following. Yeah, Beefy's not gaining. I think those mediums will start to pay off soon as Bailey's getting past Theo. Bradfield's going to get past Theo in a second. Hopefully the Ghost doesn't put him off. Mind you, make any excuse. And he does get passed up into P7. He needs to stay on the back of FaZe Bailey because FaZe Bailey's 4 seconds off his teammate Dylan in P5. It will be crossover time soon. The mediums will start to get faster than the soft tyres. Obviously the soft runners will pick that Shadders, by the way, and P9 on the hards. He'll be very happy with that. He's got some good pace on those hards, and he'll be onto the softs at the end as long as he can keep these going for a good 24 laps, I'd say, on the hards, and he'll be looking really strong for the end of the race. He's got DRS from the Ghost of Theo in front. Hopefully Theo can join as soon as possible. Crypt Calibi down in P10. He's having a quiet race, as is Jones in P11. Theo is passed then by the Ghost of Shadders. Williams down in P12 and P13. Again, they've been relatively quiet, but they Obviously Adam had instant with a bit of Dave, and then apart from that we've got Crazy Bill in 14th, he's been out of the session. Nunda had a spin after collision with Beefy and down in 15th. The Maniac spun on the straight, not sure what happened there. Jake the Slayer, then we see him spin by himself. Andy Lou had an instant. Marvsky, not sure what happened. The bearded Dave after collision with Adam. So both AlphaTauri and both Ferrari involved in instance at the beginning of the race. Really not looking too good for them. They're in the bottom 6 at the moment. So we look towards the top. McKenty's pulled out a bit of a gap, hasn't he? He's nearly a second away from Jawley's nearly a second away from him now. And it's Ayrton closing down on DJ Jawley. That is the closest battle as we can see. Theo's still not joined back in the session then, and Cryptic Alibi is going to take that P9 then.
He's still not back online.
Isn't he? Oh, he's
it's
obviously cut out then, isn't it?
Well.
Yeah, last online a minute ago.
And Jake the Slayer is going to be the first driver to pick up a 3-second penalty then. It's not really a track where you get many warnings for track limits. I'm sure Bradfield will find a way of getting lots of penalties here somehow. Talking to Bradfield, he needs to save up. He's got wing damage. We can't see it. It must only be very, very minor wing damage then. He's quite far, but we've got yellow. Jawley's gone! Oh no, he hasn't. Jawley's not gone. He's in the pits. I don't know what the yellow flag's for. Got all excited then. So Jawley's putting on the hards to go to the end. It looked like he went there. I see yellow flag and Jawley falling down the order, but it's because he's come into the pits then. Bradfield couldn't get past face belly. I'm not sure what the yellow flag was for because no one's lost time or anything.
My accelerator foot's itching. It's really peeing me off.
Well, there's not much you can do about that. Don't start making yourself sound like a Lewis Hamilton. Oh, no, I've got cramp.
I've got cramp.
As Jonesy gets past Theo to take the top 10. Theo's still not back in the session. He's still not online, I don't think. So yeah, these soft laps, these soft tyres are comfortably doing 10 laps, aren't they? And there's not even fresh tyres because they've qualified on them. As Faye Bailey's got a 3-second time penalty as he's fighting to defend from Jay Bradfield. As Andy Lou's coming to the pits again. After just 7 laps on his medium, not sure if he's had damage. They are changing his wing, so he must have had damage, but he's still fighting in there. We know a safety car can change anything here, as we saw with Sean, I think, in the Premier League last couple of weeks. Got no penalties, and he's managed to get 2 podiums. As we see, McKenty is now coming in the pits. Ayrton staying out, so Ayrton's going to take the lead, and Beefy's within 8 tenths of Ayrton. So McKenty, is it going to be hards to the end? I'm pretty sure it is. There we go, hards are coming on. So what would be quicker, fresh hards or 10-lap-old softs? As he glitches there, coming out the pits. Where is he going to come out then? Where is Jawley? Jawley's been held up by Cryptic Alibi. He doesn't get past McKenty. Oh, there's contact with Cryptic Alibi. So McKenty keeps the place. He in fact gains on him because Jawley pitted into traffic. Theo's finally joined back. He is only down the 11th. So that is good. He's still well within the race. Dylan's pitted for fresh hards as well, down to P12. He'll have to ghost of Theo to overtake. He wants to get past him quickly before he rejoins. Bradfield in 4th.
Adam Self is literally a hold-up cell.
Bradfield still cannot get past FaZe Bailey. FaZe Bailey's 8 seconds off FIFA Beefy. FIFA Beefy who's catching up to Ayrton at a rate of knots, isn't he? Really closing in on him. Will Ayrton try and extend go to lap 15 or lap 16 on those softs, which is possible, and then go to the mediums as Jay Bradfield uses his favourite word. I'm not sure what that's for.
Oh, Theo's had to join back while he's right in front of me, hasn't he? Bloody hell.
Theo has joined back. I'm not sure what Bradfield was complaining about. He's got, again, a yellow flag. Not sure that's for. We see an AlphaTauri. Not sure what that Alpha is. Maniac. The Maniac getting out of the way for Jake the Slayer.
Well. Hello, mate.
FIFA Beefy's really closing up on Ayrton. As we see FaZe Bailey and Bradfield. Bradfield's coming to the pits on the mediums. I'm not sure what that's about. He's putting the hards on. I'd have gone another few laps to give him an advantage at the end, but he's
wing damage,
obviously got even more wing damage. And FaZe Bailey gets out well in front of Bradfield, as he didn't have to change his wing, I don't think. They're going to come out in 14 for 15. What is this? We've got a huge train going on behind Adam in P10. Theo, Mundo and Crazy Bill.
I've dropped. Theo was in the middle of me and Adam ghosting, and then as soon as I let...
Beefy still can't get past there, and he's still in P2. Shadow's up to P3 on the hards, which he started on. Shadow's looking good. Holding up McKenty and Jawley. Want to do that for as long as he can. Cryptic Alibi and Jones, he coasting around in 6th and 7th. And Ayrton's getting passed by FIFA Beef for P1 there, and he's come from a long way back. Not sure if he even let him pass then. It was a strange place to get the move done there. But FIFA Beefy is up into P1. Not sure if Ayrton's going to pit.
It's going to be an incident, yeah. Theo's hit the grass. I think he's gaining under wing
Ayrton's
damage.
not pitting. Ayrton's going to go for a move back on FIFA Beefy. He comfortably gets the move back. Takes P1. Takes the lead of the race. Beefy's not going to fight around the outside, although he looked to. That will affect Beefy. He'll lose some time from staying behind Ayrton, but I think Ayrton's extending a few more laps, and then he's going to put on the mediums to the end, so he could have an advantage over the guys behind, McKenty and Julie, who are being held big time by Shadders. As he's just coasting around P3, doing his teammate FIFA Beefy a favour for the end of the race. Still not had an instant, as we see Theo come into the pits for hard tyres, which will help ease the pressure on the battle for 10th. Crazy Bill is ahead of Nunda. Nunda's tyres are probably absolutely wrecked off. He had that huge spin, whereas Crazy Bill's obviously been out of the session for a couple of laps at the beginning, so his will be fresher.
Aha. That was my plan all along.
Absolutely. Although Nunda is looking good at getting back at Crazy Bill. I think Crazy Bill's going to have DRS from Adam in front though on the next straight, as we have a yellow flag, and we've got a McLaren. It's faced Bailey as Bradfield just overtakes him. He's obviously had a spin. He's probably clipped the curb. He's not got wing damage though. So he's still in the race on those hards to the end. It's faced Bailey. And Crazy Bill's getting past Adam. He goes around the outside. Adam's going to fight it, and then he backs out. Brilliant racing there. Great move from Crazy Bill. Adam's going to be under pressure from Nunda now. He breaks a bit late. And Shadders is finally being passed by McKenty. Jawley can't get past him as the Alpha Fox pits. So the only car on the same soft tyres as they started on his air, and now in P1. He's still ahead of Beefy though. McKenty is going to start to close up, and Jawley needs to get past Shadders as soon as possible. He's gone for the move on the inside here, and that's 2 moves. Jawley's on sector 1 in a really difficult area, and Jawley's catching up to McKenty now as well. I think he's preferring these hard tyres over McKenty. This battle continues then.
Slapping with 1:12.9 on medium tyres. Ayrton's really starting to hold him up now.
Yeah.
And soft tyres have gone, and his Beefy's closing right up with the gearbox on him.
The Serious Mushroom saying in the comments, Beefy knows he can use the softs to the end. So yeah, Beefy can stop on lap 21 and then go 15 laps on the softs to the end. So Ayrton's helping him with information over this, and I think he's going to get past Ayrton as Ayrton comes in the pits. I'm sure that's going to be from mediums to the end, as Dylan is getting passed by Jonesy. Jonesy on old mediums getting past Dylan, who's on fresh hards. Has Dylan got wing damage? No, he hasn't. Good move there from Jonesy. Jawley sets the fastest lap as Crazy Bill, I think, is gone again, and he's left the session again. Look, here we go, and Dylan's going to have DRS. Is he going down the inside of Jonesy? He's going to go for it. Jonesy leaves in plenty of room, goes around the outside, comes back in. Good move there from Dylan. So Jawley, oh, he's side by side McKenty, surely not. No, no way. Oh, he's going around the outside. Oh, what a battle. Oh no, he spun McKenty. Jawley came in too quick there. And oh, such a shame it's ended like that. McKenty's getting himself back on the track then, but Jawley just didn't leave enough room there in the end, and it's taken McKenty out of the race. He's on those hard tyres to the end, hopefully he can catch up again as Crazy Bills goes, but he's down to P10. He lost a lot of time, but Jawley just swooped in too much there. He didn't leave enough room. I'm sure there'll be an inquest at the end of the race to that. I think McKenty's spun it again. He has. It's ruined McKenty's race. McKenty's in the wall. He's not happy there, is he? His car is sat still. He's coming back onto the track now. Yeah, as we say, we'll obviously see the footage and we won't jump to conclusions, but it looked very much like Jawley was at fault for that. He just didn't leave enough room. And of course, any penalties from today will be carried over to next season, as Adam comes into the pits, Jonesy comes in the pits, Nunda comes in the pits. I think it's all going to be for fresh hards till the end of the race. Becca Jones saying, oh no, yeah. As such a good battle up until then as well, wasn't it? There's just one tiny error as McKenty's got a 5% over speed in the pit lane, and he has retired the car in the pits then after the collision with Jawley. Really gutting to see that, but I would say Jawley just didn't quite leave a car's width there, and always seems nowadays if you come flying in the car that makes contact that's in front is okay, and it's a car slightly behind that gets tagged at the front and gets spun. And there's no way McKenty could have saved that. Julie is in P2, and Nunda's left the session as well. And again, Nunda's connection problems. It's the same people, isn't it? They're having connection problems. Nunda over the last few weeks has had loads of them. This is almost hands and FIFA Beefy the title. Theo is in the session, but Crazy Bill and Nunda aren't. Sort your it now out, guys. McKenty's not too happy in the Discord, as we can see. We've still got a great race on our hands here. Crazy Bill's getting passed by his teammate. Obviously, Crazy Bill is just a ghost, and Jake the Slayer's in the pits again. Probably for mediums to the end. Jay Bradfield's up to P7. And then on the fresh mediums, he is going to go on them to the end. He's in the pits, and I think FaZe Bailey's had an issue as well. He's had another problem that he's lost a lot of his front wing. He's obviously had a huge crash that time. As the cars goes through, and Jonesy's got his first 3-second penalty. Crazy Bill has joined back, and oh, he's crashed into the wall on purpose, FaZe Bailey. That is going to be a huge penalty then for FaZe Bailey. We're obviously asking for footage of that, but I think he's just got frustrated and crashed into the wall deliberately. There we go, we'll take our eyes off that. We don't like to see that. It's disgraceful driving. Andy Lou still driving around the back, and Ayrton's getting past down into turn 1, down the inside of Shadders on the fresh mediums against the old hards. Shadders is doing a really great job, because he's going to be able to pit in a few laps time for fresh softs, and he'll probably come out still in the top 10. Nunda and Crazy Bill have joined back, which is good to see. Again, it's taking our intervals away. I'm not too sure why.
Whoa, who's hit me? Fuck's
And
sake!
Bradfield has been spun. He's been spun.
Hell, man.
I think he's not happy with that, is he? I think he was hit. Who was it by? Is it the Alpha Fox? The Alpha Fox is getting passed by Jonesy now. Jonesy up into P7 on the fresh hards. Bradfield's not happy. Who was it? Was it someone hit you from behind?
Yeah.
Was it the Alpha Fox?
I don't even know who it was.
No, send your footage in, obviously. Any penalties carried over to next season. Waiting for our intervals to be back. FIFA Beefy pits then. He's going to pit now. Oh, he's serving his 5-second penalty, of course. So obviously if he's not at fault for the incident, he'll report that and then ask for it to be removed. So don't forget FIFA Beefy's time. He could have 5 seconds to be taken off. He comes out on the fresh softs. Like I say, personally, it's a couple of laps earlier than I would have gone, because he's got to do 16 laps on these softs now, which is doable, but I'd have given myself the easier work to do. He's come out in a gap, and I'm sure he'll close up to Shadders and Dillon. But the battle's looking good between Julie and Ayrton, isn't it? Because Julie on those 8-lap-old hards. Ayrton will be quicker at the moment because he's on mediums, which are a faster compound, but Lay will start to die off quicker as Marvsky is in the pits after 17 laps on those mediums. He's going to be putting on more mediums to the end, so he's not comfortable on the softs to the end. But Crazy Bill is on softs to the end, as well as FIFA Beefy. Crazy Bill did join back in a session. Nunna has as well. Has Bradfield got wing damage? Have you got wing damage?
Yeah.
He has. He's got big wing damage. And we got a yellow flag. I think it's for the Maniac.
Yeah, the Dave's gone.
It's a bearded Dave. No, it's a bearded Dave. He's down into P15, and Marvsky's gone down to last after coming out the pits. They'll be closing up to the guys in front though. That's been a poor race for a couple, isn't it? I mean, McKenty, obviously the instant FaZe Bailey, I'm not sure what's happened to him. Obviously we'll ask for footage of that. If he's just lucky he didn't cause a safety car, I don't know why.
I'm just saying. So I take control as my car's going into the pits. I come out, I was like, oh yeah, these hards feel good. So why have I got softs on them? Why have I got softs on?
I'd want to be. You'd want to be on softs to the end now. I've just seen Marvsky make a great move on Andy Lou, by the way. Up next with Marvsky is the Maniac, and he's close to his teammate, the bearded Dave. Yeah, softs go to the end here. Absolutely. FIFA Beefy's just pitted for softs. That's the optimum tyre to be on. Bearded Dave's letting his teammate, the Maniac, pass. He's letting Marvsky and the rest of them pass as well. The bearded Dave's not happy. Yeah, that's because the bearded Dave's just been slowing down to let a couple of guys pass. He's got big wing damage. I think he's going to have to come into the pits then for the bearded Dave.
Just looking at Jonesy starting at the back.
Jonesy's had an incredible race. FaZe Bailey was doing really well as well. be fair,
Shadows,
Jonesy's
maybe
had a
not.
quiet race. He's not been involved in
Else.
anything. He's been in space the whole race. He's saved up all his DRS look. He's
Well, the
comfortably going
V1
to the
drivers
end.
need to be looking at him.
Oh, he's
Oh.
knee spinning. Oh, come on, we'll take the camera off him. He's obviously
Yep.
putting the pressure on. FIFA Beefy then sets the fastest lap in P5. Beardy Dave's going to be coming out the pits. It's going to be lapped by him, but he's sticking with it. And that's what we like to see from all our drivers, sticking with it. You know, we've had a couple say, I don't see why people retire all the time. Of course, we understand, you know, the retiring in the pits if you're frustrated, if you've had loads of incidents and you're miles behind. But like we say, Sean in Canada, you know, he was nearly being lapped, had a drive-through penalty, had a broken wing. Safety
That
car comes
fastest
out.
lap.
So safety car comes out at the end, and he gets P3 because he had no penalties. You know, so that's why next year will be penalties for retiring. Like we say, we can accept it if it happens every now and then, but people have been taking the mickey with that. As Dylan gets ahead of Shadders going up to P3. Good move there for Dylan, and Dylan's looking really good, isn't he? Obviously Beefy might have this penalty removed depending on the incident with Nunda, on what it was. Because we know Nunda spun because of it and it gave Beefy a 5-second penalty. We know the game giving penalties is a joke, it never does them right. Beefy's going to be held up behind Dylan here though. Shadders. What? Oh no, I'm looking at Shadders. I'm looking at the wrong car, that's why. So Beefy's going to close up this gap, this battle. We've seen before, I think it was Singapore, Shadders let Beefy past, and then Shadders was actually quicker. I think he regretted it. Beefy didn't let him back pass, so not sure if Shadders is going to be so nice this time, as Nunda's passing Adam for P10, does it easily on the straight, way before the braking zone. Bradfield's going to be closing up to these guys next. Bradfield, he has got big wing damage. As far as Bradfield now, he's losing time to the guys in front. I'd just pit for softs in a lap or two, so they'd be comfortably go to the end now anyway. Shadders outside of DRS range from Dylan now, then to Dylan's pulling away. Of course, Shadders 22 laps on those softs, great effort. He'll be
Justin,
pitting
let me boy.
for softs. Will Shadders come in the pits this time round? He's obviously going to give his teammate DRS. Will he give him a slipstream this lap, or will he come into the pits now? I would pit now if I was Shadders, and that is exactly what he does. He's going to be pitting for softs till the end. He's going to come out quite nice as well, because Cryptic in P6 is quite far behind. Cryptic's under pressure from Jonesy. He's going to have DRS. See where Shadders comes out, and I think Shadders is actually going to come out sit in P5 on fresh soft tyres. Incredible. He's gained 9 positions. What a race from Shadders, starting on the hards here. It is. I like to start on the hards when I'm outside the top 10, and it's paid off for Shadders, isn't it? And Red Bull are looking fantastic for a great haul of points here. We said it, we've taken our eyes off this gap really. We said it, we'll be gaining. It was 3.5 seconds last time we looked. It's 1.9 between the top 2 now. It's hard to go side by side through sector 2, saying Becca, in my professional opinion. Yeah, very, very professional. Yeah, it is hard. A lot of places to go side by side here. I mean, the track is not very wide, is it at all? Well, let's have a look. We've got Crazy Bill on Jay Bradfield. That should be an easy move. He's on fresh soft. Bradfield's on older hards with wing damage. But yeah, side by side is very hard. It's obviously there was room that should have been left there for Jawley for that instant. Bradfield's got a good exit as he always does. Crazy Bill's not going to go for that. He's going to follow the line, and if Bradfield doesn't pit, then I think Crazy Bill will get him on the straight pretty comfortably. Bradfield's got penalties as well, so that's why if I was him, I'd be pitting for softs and going for fastest lap. Nothing else to lose. He is only reserving anyway. And Bradfield stays out. Crazy Bill's going to get him very easily here. He goes down the inside. It's not so easily in the end, is it? Ran out of straight there. Oh, he's gone very, very wide. He's hit the wall. Looking at the wrong person now. And Bradfield keeps the position. He's got a pacey setup on Bradfield, as he always does, quite clearly. He's going to lose time through the corners then. So for Crazy Bill, be looking at exits the corners to be getting him.
I went into the wall a little bit. I had to go that far inside.
Battle for P7's looking good. Jonesy catching up to Cryptic P6. Sorry, Jonesy's catching up to Cryptic Alibi. The Alpha Fox there too. Theo's closing up too. So there's 4 of them within a second. of each other. Not the whole battle of a second, but within each other. The only thing is they're all on hard tyres, about the same wear life as well. As we see, FIFA Beefy and oh, Dylan. Oh no, he's got it wrong there, isn't he? I think Beefy got the move. Dylan then went sending it back down the inside, and then misjudged it and went into the gravel. That's the P3 conceded for Dylan. Although he's on hards to the end, he's got 10 more laps to go. 15, now 13 seconds clear of 5th. He needs to cool those tyres down and coast it home for P4, I think, Dylan.
Oh, I'm going to get in the pits.
Oh, sorry.
And Bradfield in P13, I think it's been blocked from the pits there from Crazy Bill. Yeah, Ayrton is now falling away a bit as Jones is going to go. Oh, Cryptic Alibi's on the defensive layer. He's not leaving too much room, is he? Is Jones going to go for it? Cryptic Alibi's positioning his car really well. It's difficult to go side by side for here, and as we said, Bradfield finally pits as a right call, definitely. The Alpha Fox is the man closing up behind Josie. Theo's going to be keeping his distance as well, watching this from right as Ayrton's got a 3-second penalty, so that could really affect the battle out in front. And Jonesy's gone wide, and the Alpha Fox brake just in time. That would have affected him slightly there. And Theo, is he going down the inside? Theo just needs to be patient there.
He does. Notable out of this battle, Jake, if Theo can make a couple of positions, he'll legitimately get out of the relegation zone.
Yeah, he can, because he'll get ahead of the Maniac then, wouldn't he? Cryptic Alibi. I think Jonesy's a bit too far back on Cryptic Alibi. He's not even gaining on him. But Jonesy has got DRS. We just see the DRS trains. I mean, Nunda's going to close up to this battle soon as well. We're 3/4 of the way through the race. We've got your boy still in the comments saying, show us the close battles. Well, it's not much closer than this. We've got a train of 4 battling for P6 here. It's the only battles we're in. Alpha Fox. Oh, he's going to go around the outside, and Jonesy leaves enough room and keeps the place there, doesn't he? Well done to Jonesy. Great effort from the Alpha Fox, but Jonesy left enough room. That is how it's done to defend. And he's still closing up on Cryptic Alibi as well. The Alpha Fox looking strong at this stage of the race. He's got to be careful, because Theo's behind, ready to pounce. We've got a yellow flag for nothing. Oh no, it's for an Alpha Tauri. And it's the Maniac, unfortunately, down in P16. He's not going to get any points today. So that means Theo only needs a few points to be overtaking the Maniac in the standings. Ayrton's 2 seconds off DJ Jawley. Shadows then in P5, and he's fresh off in a league of his own at the moment, isn't he? That P5 looks like it's his. Might be able to close up to Dylan, because obviously Dylan's tyres are quite old, 15 laps, and they have been in the gravel too. Alpha Fox, is he going down the inside of Jones? He's too far back. Theo and Nunda are close, so Nunda goes down the inside of Theo. Theo's fighting it around the outside. Oh, they're going to be close here. He doesn't need to fight it, Theo. As Vintage is just saying, but he does fight it. And fair play to him, because he keeps the position for now. And Nunda's going to be close here. He has, hasn't he? We'll have a look through the penalties in a second. Is Nunda going to go for it on Theo? Can't go down the inside there. As a Maniac's got a penalty for corner cutting. Well done for Theo. He's kept that place ahead of him. And this train of 5 cars continues. They're all on the hard tyres. That's why it's so hard to overtake. And obviously it's a DRS train too.
Theo has got the most pace, so out of the 4 of them, sorry.
Yeah. Great race by American tonight, saying serious mushroom. And the Maniac's retired in the pits, and so that is confirmed. It's looking like, yeah, the Maniac is going to be relegated. Then he can't get out of the drop zone as Adam's getting past Crazy Bill. Adam on the hard tyres. Crazy Bill's on 8-lap old soft, so they're probably about to cross over now.
I actually tried to get past him.
Well, as it stands now, as the Maniac's retired from the race, Theo will theoretically take ahead of him.
He will, so yeah, Theo's Maniac is going to be relegated to League 1. Nunda on Theo, same again in this lap round, and this is a fantastic battle between these few cars. And Jonesy's gone really wide. It's going to give the Alpha Fox an opportunity. No, it's not, because Jonesy's got the better exit, and in fact it's going to give Jonesy an opportunity. He's getting closer to Cryptic Alibi. It's such a difficult area to be racing side by side, and Jonesy's clipped the curb. He's kept it together though, really nicely. Nunda on Theo's even closer. Cryptic Alibi's just about doing enough to keep this train behind him, isn't he? The top 5 miles in front of him. He's back 10 seconds ahead of this train. Crazy Bill's catching Adam there just behind as well. And Alpha Fox is getting past Jonesy. Jonesy dives to the inside, and the Alpha Fox has been pushed wide. He wasn't pushed wide. He tried to swoop in on Jonesy. It didn't take Jonesy out, luckily for him. They just sent him wide. Crazy Bill's getting past Adam. Adam fights it back, but Crazy Bill's got the move done.
And this battling allowing Cryptic to pull away.
And it is, yeah. And Theo's going to be passed by Nunda here as well. He gets the move done comfortably. Nunda, he's up into P9.
Shit, Adam's got
Theo just settled in.
on the grid.
Don't fight him.
Oh, and Theo,
nearly lost it.
Theo, he's too aggressive there, Theo. There's no need for him to catch up to Nunda there.
He's got to
Alpha
just
Fox.
stick with the pack.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it's a second now between Cryptic Alibi and Jones. He's a Cryptic Alibi pulling away. He has got the penalties though. 6 seconds for Cryptic, 3 for Jones. So at the moment, the Alpha Fox, Nunda and Theo would take these places. They just need to hold on.
Yeah, and that'll take Theo into 15th place and out of relegation.
It would, yeah.
What an achievement it's been for him. Well,
So Cryptic Alibi is not in DRS range. Well, Jones is not in DRS range. So Jones is going to be under bigger pressure now from the Alpha Fox, isn't he? Because he's not got the DRS from Cryptic Alibi in front. He really want to crawl back into DRS range. Fall astray as Jones is wobbling a bit there. Fantastic effort it's been from Jones though, from the back of the grid. We've only got 5 laps left. Where has this race gone then? Obviously it's such a shame McKenty was taken out by Julie with that battle. That's robbed us of a great battle. No, Jonesy's not got DRS as is the Alpha Fox, and Nunda is getting past the Alpha Fox down to someone. Alpha Fox on the outside, Nunda's on the inside, and Nunda gets the move done. So Nunda's done a fantastic job to get these overtakes done here. The only man really making his way through the field at the moment. We know he's got probably a bit more pace than the guys he's battling with as he is at the top of the stands. At the moment it's looking like Beefy is going to be the champion. And next up for Nunda is Jonesy. He's got to be careful, he needs to be patient. Jonesy is within DRS range of Cryptic Alibi though, as the Alpha Fox has got a 3-second penalty as well. I wouldn't bother fighting too hard if I was Nunda because of the penalties around him. Nunda will have P5 now. He's not going to get much higher anyway. He's got a good exit low. He's going to have DRS on Jonesy. He's going to go to what is going to be the outside line, and Jonesy keeps it. He brakes later. He keeps the position. Nunda's then going to fight it back, but Cryptic Alibi is not really pulling away anymore, is he? And so Jonesy's going to have DRS. Nunda's looking really quick though. He's got a slipstream, he's got the DRS, he's gaining on Jonesy. He's out of DRS though, but he goes to the outside. Jonesy tucks in and Nunda gets P7. Great move there again from Nunda. Next up for him is Cryptic Alibi. Cryptic Alibi saved up a lot of DRS though, so he's ready to fight. Obviously Cryptic Alibi has not been challenged the last few laps because of what's been going on behind. So when Nunda pounces on Cryptic Alibi, I'm sure Cryptic will be ready to fight it. Nunda's really closing up, isn't he? Nunda's got some fantastic pace on his hards. Battle in front is 1.9. FIFA Beefy's further 3.3 back. His softs will start to be going off now. Of course, if FIFA Beefy thinks his 5-second penalty is worthy of being removed, he needs to stay within 5 seconds of the lead. And he's 5.2 seconds off Julian P1 at the moment. So here's Nundaland DRS, but Cryptic's positioned his car really well. He's got a good line, so he's going to keep the place for now. Nunda locks up. Theo's got a 3-second time penalty too. Penalties are starting to rack up then. All the cars from 8th to 11th have got 3-second penalties. So
Adam and Jits there have 8 and 6 seconds respectively, so that looks like that's them out of the race.
Oh, he's run out of VRS, he's on the outside of Cryptic Alibi, and is Nunda getting the move done? Nunda has got the move done on the outside. Fantastic move there from Nunda. And Cryptic Alibi, I think he's struggling a lot more on these tyres, even though Nunda is locking up, isn't he? But I think Nunda will start to extend now, and although there's not much down the road for him because he's 10 seconds off 5th with only 3.5 laps left.
Yeah, Nunda's nearly a second ahead already.
Of course, with Vetton's 3-second penalty, FIFA Beefy's got 2 tenths off that P2. So yeah, Nunda's already a second down the road, but now Cryptic Alibi is going to be under pressure again from Jonesy and the Alpha Fox, and Theo has closed back up. So this battle recommences, isn't it? Jonesy then, let's see what he can do. He's actually under pressure on the Alpha Fox, but it's just not long enough that straight, is it, in Sector 2 where the DRS is. Oh, and Cryptic Alibi's got a bit wobbly from clipping that curb. Jonesy, I think he's got pacey setups. He's sliding a bit too. And I think Jonesy's in a good position here. He's got enough ERS, hasn't he? He's got the DRS open. He's following the racing point. He goes to the outside.
My front left is going to pop.
And he goes round the outside, Jonesy. And we can see from the Alpha Fox behind. We can watch the battle. As Jonesy, they touch. Jonesy goes to the outside. And it's a great move there from Jonesy. He really fights it hard. Left enough room. Great move there from Jonesy. Well done. You have to appreciate that. Jonesy will be looking to pull away from this battle now. He'll be hoping the Cryptic Alibi can hold up the Alpha Fox behind. Well, Cryptic's not going anywhere quickly, is he? He's got a 3-second penalty again. No, Cryptic Alibi's up to 9 seconds. That'll take him out of the points and put his teammate Crazy Bill in for the last point as it stands then. So Haas, obviously,
stands. I might have a puncture.
are going to be winning that because Marski's right down the bottom. Jonesy, I thought he'd pull away from Cryptic a little bit, but Cryptic's really right on the back of him, isn't he? Look how far Nunda's pulled away as we start the penultimate lap then. And Marski's actually being lapped by his teammate now. Let's see if Cryptic's going to fight this back from Jonesy.
Lads, rain in 15 minutes, watch out.
Oh, we've only got a lap left. And there's no change in this battle, is there? As we see them all getting close, so
My
again,
toys ain't going to last.
Cryptic's going to start falling positions. They will last. Oh, and Theo, I think, touches the Alpha Fox.
My front left's on 75%.
Yeah, that's fine.
When do they start popping? 80%?
Oh, Alpha Fox is going for it on Cryptic. Oh, no. And Theo and Alpha Fox have had a collision. And they've slammed into the wall, and Theo's lost his wheel. And that was silly from the... I think the Alpha Fox was at fault there. Looking at it initially, he went for a move that weren't there. And Theo is out of the race then. Such a shame for Theo. It's always going to happen at some point, but Alpha Fox, I think, was on the aggressive there, and the Alpha Fox has clipped that curb, and he's spun himself now. The Alpha Fox has spun himself, and the Crazy Bill takes that position. He needs to hold on to that front left. His teammate Adam's going to take that final point then. Jake the Slayer is actually in P12. He's going to go for it on the Alpha Fox, is he? He's looking good. If we have a look at the penalty, oh, Jake the Slayer's actually got 6 seconds of penalties. So the Alpha Fox still looking good for the last couple of points. Anyway, we're on the final lap, aren't we?
Through just got to do one more lap, lad. 77%.
Yeah, those soft tyres of FIFA Beefy are really falling off. So even with that 5-second penalty being removed, he'll actually be ahead of Ayrton because he's got a 3-second penalty. We're on board with DJ Jawley. He's gonna take the win. Obviously, there's a shadow over Liss because his main contender was McKenty, who he did take out of the race, unfortunately, so there'll be a penalty for that after. If what we saw was confirmed, but take nothing away from him. For his second win in 3 weeks, DJ Jawley crosses the line to win the final race of the season, the Netherlands Grand Prix. Ayrton takes second, although we're not too sure about that, as Beefy's going to cross the line in third. He might have a penalty move. Dylan in fourth. He was catching up to Beefy in the end. Great effort from Dylan. Comfortable P4 in the end. Shadders, the other Red Bull, he's going to come home for P5 comfortably on those soft tyres. I bet he wishes he put him on a lap or two earlier now. Shadders P5. Nunda's going to be next. He did really well to fight his way through that battle behind, didn't he? Nunda crosses the line to take P6. We can confirm FIFA Beefy is the champion of the championship, and Haas have won the constructors after those points for Jonesy in P6. Fantastic effort there for the man reserving. Clean race, start to finish.
Yes.
Nunda's down to P8.
Down to 11th.
Why was Nunda down to P8? Adam's up to P10.
Why am I down to 11?
I'm not too sure, but Alpha Fox is P9. We'll have a look at that. Not too sure, but take nothing away. And DJ Jawley has already has already apologised to McKenna. We have, as Jonesy's rightfully given driver of the day by the game. Obviously, we do our own vote. But what a fantastic race that was. Yeah, hang on a sec.
Why am I 12th?
I don't know. Hang on a sec. And then obviously, fantastic race. We take nothing away from Jawley for winning the race. We did see the incident. Obviously, he'll have to send his footage in of that. It was Dylan that hit Nunda. I'm not sure why Nunda dropped down either. Big congratulations for Beefy for winning the championship. He'll be in the Premier League next season. Jonesy P6, that stands out as well. Shadows starting on the hards. Yeah, P20 to P6 for Jonesy. He had great pace on those hard tyres, and it was spread out quite a bit, the field, in the end after a few incidents. Got a quality end of the season. Ayrton as well, P2. Really good race for him, fighting towards the top for the whole race. FIFA Beefy P3. Again, not sure if he wants his 5-second penalty removed. Obviously, he'll send that into instant report if he wants it. Depends what happened. We'll have to have a look at it. Crypt Caliber in the points, Nunda in the points. Both Williams getting the points in the end. It dropped Crazy Wheel back, not too sure why in the end. As we see, Jay Bradfield will take home P11 after a couple of spins as we predicted. Jake Desai and Marvs will be disappointed with Lev finished. Andy Lou, the Bearded Dave, will be racing the championship next year, as will the Maniac. Theo's going to stay in the championship. He picked up points towards the end of the season which have saved him. Marvs, he's not happy about disconnecting again. We saw McKenty retire, the man who started on pole. After the crash with Jawley, Faze Bailey down on P19, and afterwards looked like a deliberate crash, which will obviously be investigated. Oh, Chaz are saying, good race from the championship, guys. We have a new champion among the Weekend Night Racing League. FIFA Beefy, well done, mate. Brilliant message there from Chazza. FIFA Beefy, congratulations to him. Really enjoyed that. See if we can get a couple of the lads in the party. Who should we get in then? No, we don't. Let's see if we can get in then. Oh, let's get him. Not too many people online. We sent a few invites out. See if anyone joins us. Oh, we got to read through some of the comments then. Kelly Mulligan, who is Jonesy in the comments, saying GG's. Yeah, Jonesy had a fantastic race. Kept it clean, left room. Theo saying, can we add him? We'll add him in a minute. Theo's happy with being confirmed as staying in the championship then. And we can see DJ Jawley is in the party. So there we go, and our race winner. Yeah. Oh, it was close between you and McKenty. We saw a good battle, and then obviously just yeah, obviously a report that, so just get your footage in and that, and then we'll have a look at it. But even still, forgetting about that, it was a great race. You dominated from start to finish. Did you feel like it was yours all the way? Yeah. Yeah, even still, yeah, those. It's a funny one, Netherlands. I always seem to find, because the softs can go such a long way. It's difficult to judge. But did you ever think about changing strategy, or is it that going to be that the whole way? Anyway, DJ Jawley, fantastic second win within 3 weeks. Looking forward to see what he can do in the championship next year. Definitely going to be contender for promotion next season. Now we turn to Ayrton. Ayrton, where did that come from? Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, in Mexico last week, it's something that's been nominated for performance of the season, so we'll see how that goes on Sunday. But again, really was surprised seeing you in qualifying, hence the comments asking if it was your brother racing instead. But absolutely brilliant that was. But kept it consistent throughout the race, no mistakes at all. And again, yeah, 2 fantastic races we've seen from you now in the last few weeks. Definitely someone to watch out for next season. Yeah, the soft medium, were you always going to go for that, or was it just changing? Oh, we're just looking at the comments saying nobody else can be heard. Oh dear, that's not good then. Have you got your...
Happened again.
Have you got your party settings switched on? Everyone else should be, because everyone should be, because we
Check
can hear
if
the
your
other
voice
guys
is
in
allowed.
there. Oh, there we go then. Get them on.
There we go.
Should be able to hear him now. Right, talk now, see if we can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go, you're both on. So yeah, Julie, as we were saying, he won the race. Talk us through it again, mate, for us.
It was a tough one. Ayrton pushed me all the way to the end, even in the battle with McKenty at the start. It's a shame he ended up spinning. Qualifying, if I didn't spin on my outlap, my final outlap in Q3, I think I might have been able to push for pole, then having to change the wing and then rush the final run on used tyres. It just wasn't to be. But I thought I'd have the race pace, but even still, it was a tough race. And I thought Ayrton was going to think about the two-stop, which could have forced me into doing the same. But that was a hard one, I must admit, pushed all the way.
Brilliant, mate. And talking of Ayrton, quickly recap on what you said to us again, mate. Brilliant, thanks Ayrton, fantastic race. And FIFA Beefy, are you there?
Oh, unmuted, sorry, hello.
Brilliant, FIFA Beefy is in. FIFA Beefy is our championship champion of WNR Season 1. Being racing the Premier League next season. How do you feel about that, mate?
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely,
good race. Yeah. I got damage as well on Q3 on me final lap.
Yeah. Can't hear you too well, mate, on the stream, but
I was going the medium soft or the soft medium. Obviously, I did do that, but my tyres just went on both. I was meant to pit like lap 23, and then on my softs at the end, I was catching, and then they just went, so I had to turn everything down.
Yeah, I did say on the stream. Yeah, I did say on the stream. I think you pitted a lap or two early, and you probably would have wanted to, but even still.
Well, yeah, 25. I saw mediums go. It just didn't work. But
it's difficult.
Still good result.
Anyway, FIFA Beefy is the champion then. Absolutely fantastic, guys. We are got to end the stream there, and we will see you tomorrow night for the Premier League.